Hey everyone, welcome to a new malicious compliance video. I hope you had a great day. Please let me know what you think about today's stories in the comment section below. The first story is called Policy Change. Back in the early 2000s, I was a college intern working at a company testing software. At this point in history, college-age people communicated via instant messenger programs like ICQ. But there were no web interfaces or smartphone apps. You had to generally install a program on your computer. Naturally, most of the interns decided to install Instant Messenger on their work computers. This meant that technically many of us were talking to friends during company time. But I think we were doing it in a reasonable way. I might send a message or two while I was waiting for code to compile, but that was it. Management eventually found out and didn't like it, which I do understand. It was technically against policy to install personal software on a work computer after all. Rather than talk to us, they set another policy. From now on, interns would not be allowed to have administrator rights on their computers and would thus be prevented from installing new software. Over the weekend, someone in the IT department was charged with making all the password changes. Being a lowly intern, I never heard his side of the story directly, but I have to believe his compliance was malicious. He must have known that our jobs, which included installing the daily software builds each morning, required administrator rights. He must have known that by not sharing the new password with anyone before he left for vacation on Monday, we would be very unproductive until he got back. As a result of this week of very low productivity from the interns, management eventually learned that we were doing useful work. We were eventually given admin rights again. We were reminded not to install any non-company software, but nobody ever checked that we were following this. The next story is called You Want to Blame Me for It? I work for a mobile repair store and had a very persistent customer and their son's questionable behavior. I received a call from them the day before regarding an iPhone they purchased a few weeks ago. The majority of devices we sell are refurbished or rebuilt from the ground up. We rarely ever get a device coming back with issues, which is why this particular customer stuck out so much. Now, with all phones that we sell, we not only have to thoroughly check and assess every device, but also have them set to factory settings on the shelf. This is so that the customer can have it set up to their personal preferences. We never put a phone on the shelf with previous owner's information, not to mention it's against multiple laws where I'm from. So the customers come in the next day. They appear to be a couple and their kid. They proceeded to inform me that their device was popping up with adult content and were unsure where it was coming from. They most likely assumed that as the device was used at one point, they believed their information must also be on it still. I told them that we reset every device before resale. I even checked with a colleague if they somehow missed this particular iPhone. One thing to also know about iPhones, they are generally secured operating systems. They don't exhibit the same sort of viruses or malware an Android can be prone to. When checking for what the customer was talking about, I came across an email account signed in that had nothing but adult stuff in the inbox. There was nothing else in it, just that. I also noticed the email itself was named like it was auto-generated. It seemed to be a burner account, where if others stumbled upon it, they would have been none the wiser. Now, as this iPhone was for the kid, if all the games weren't a dead giveaway, I thought, alright, so this kid is doing what any kid is going through at their age. I wouldn't want the parents to give him a rough time over this. So, to determine whether or not this was indeed a piece of malware or kid exploring different things, I asked them if they knew anything about it. These parents, on the other hand, were already furious with us over this issue. They already thought that we gave their kid a phone with adult content on it and were ready to rip us a new one. Being in retail, I'm pretty used to it. Usually, this sort of thing doesn't bother me. Not the mature content part, but the usual grumpy customer. Until this kid tried throwing me under the bus. I already gave him a chance to say something like, "Oh yeah, I was just trying to download a game, but then all this started coming up, ha ha ha." But he tried insisting to his parents that all this content was already on the iPhone. The parents in turn decided to try and get angry at us over it. The parents were demanding that I tell them why there's adult content on the iPhone. And the kid was trying to tell me that all this was definitely already there. So I pretty much thought, screw it. I will show the parents. I went into the browser app history. While it was deleted there, the account still tracks the history. I showed the parents that by going into a particular section of the web browser, they can see all the sites the kid visited. The email account was backtracked to these sites. And it was at this point where you could see in the parents' eyes that it might have just occurred to them that the kid might have been lying this whole time. While I was explaining this, the mother took the kid out of the shop. She started berating the kid over making them come out of their way for this, as well as lying to them. The dad looked embarrassed as I continued to explain. By the time I finished, I handed the phone back to the parents and they quietly left the shop. The best part though was the look in the kid's face. It was a look I will never forget, nor will it be the day I forget about how I had to explain how mature content just mysteriously shows up. Hopefully the kid learns not to lie about this sort of thing, or at the very least get better at hiding this sort of thing. I hope you enjoyed today's video so far. And if you like the video, don't forget to press the like button, it really helps. And now, on to the next story. The third story is called You Don't Want to Search? I don't have small feet, UK size 12, and thus I find it difficult to buy shoes at the best of times. However, most stores are happy to search through the systems to find what shoes they have in my size without the need for me to look through the shelves. However, I came across a shop assistant that looked bored and lazy, to say the least. Retail isn't the most fun of jobs, but helping a customer makes everyone's life a bit easier. This assistant was having none of it. After approaching her with a pair of shoes and asking them if they are in my size, the shop assistant disappears for 10 minutes to check. She comes back empty-handed and says no. Now, having worked in retail in the past, I know this is code for either having a shed out bag or having a quick chill. During this time, I'm looking at other shoes and wondering what's taking them so long. There's a fair few ones I like, but again, are they in my size? Another shop assistant comes up to help and finds a different pair of shoes using the system. When the original shop assistant does come back, I ask them if they can check the system to see what sizes they have in stock. No. How about if during the search did they come across any shoes in my size? No. The only way to check is by choosing a style and them going to look out back. I can see there's a computer at the point of sale and it has been used for other customers by other shop assistants. Except mine is adamant that there is no way to search. Okay, let's play this game. Here are 10 pairs of shoes that I was interested in. Can you please go check if they are in size 12 or not? Off the shop assistant went, out back in a bad mood. And in an amazing turn of events, the search for shoes took only 10 minutes and 5 came back successful. What's even better is that due to their lack of effort, the original shop assistant didn't even get the commission on the sale, as the second one came in and found some shoes in much quicker time. And I bought those. The last story is called You Need a Copy? During the last semester of my bachelor's degree, I already applied for a master's degree at the same university. So I go through the normal application process and get accepted. But as I didn't have my bachelor degree at that point, I had to produce a certified copy of my degree as soon as I could. Yes, I had to give a certified copy of my bachelor's degree to the university who issued that degree in the first place. And no, these were not different departments. It was all done by one lady in the examination office. But whatever, weird bureaucracy is weird. And boy, was it annoying at that university. Because all students of my faculty had to get through one lady. And I think she just hated to do anything. Like, seriously, she was so annoyed when you showed up at her office to just do anything. When I turned my bachelor's thesis in, she straight up said that she is annoyed that all the students turn their thesis in at her office. Well, we don't have another choice. There is seriously no other way to turn your thesis in. Don't ever think about asking her anything. So I'm already looking forward to picking up my bachelor's degree. No, we don't have a fancy celebration. Normally, you would get an email when your degree is ready, but as she hates our guts, you just have to guess when it's ready. We don't get an email. 2 weeks after your last grade is put in the system, it's probably ready. So I did just that. I show up at her office and hooray, my degree is ready. Without even looking at me, the lady said, "Here." "Thank you, I need a certified copy of that." The lady got really annoyed. "Excuse me, what?" "I need a certified copy. Could you please copy it and certify that it's a copy of the original?" "I know what a certified copy is. You can get that at the town hall." "I know, but I also can get it here. I know for a fact that you have to give me one if I request it." A 5-second staring contest ensues. "Fine." She takes my degree back, turns around, copies it, and signs that it's a certified copy. Then she hands me the degree and copy. "Here." "Thank you. Now I would like to give you a certified copy of my bachelor's degree for my application for the master's degree." I hand her back the certified copy. "Are you serious?" "Yes, I thought if I'm already here, I could turn that in as well. So I don't have to come back again." Another 5-second staring contest. She just takes the copy out of my hand and turns around. And with that, I left with the biggest grin on my face. What did she expect? That I got to the town hall, a 15-minute ride, wait there for probably 1 or 2 hours, get a certified copy that would cost me around 13 euros. At uni, one was for free, and then come back another day? Heck no. Especially because she had the weirdest office hours. It was something like 2 days a week for 1.5 hours in the morning and 1 day for 1.5 hours in the afternoon. So I probably would have waited days to turn that in, but her face when I asked for a certified copy was just glorious. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like. And if you want to see more videos, don't forget to subscribe. Have a great day and stay safe. Bye bye.